Hello guys, good morning, it's me. It's fucking ridiculous o'clock, as in 5:30 in the morning, but that's the way it's gone. I mean, the onslaught is so rabid and relentless that, you know, it just wears me out completely. It literally is like being in the fucking trenches in World War One. So I'm in bed by ridiculous o'clock and I get up at ridiculous o'clock. And I'm just speaking to those of you who are going through it as well, who are in the wars, in the trenches, doing the inner work. You know, just as a reminder for myself and for everybody else as to, you know, I just feel like doing a little video elucidating kind of on, you know, what is really going on here. I'll do the best I can with that. You know, at the beginning of this year, I was given a very clear message that it was going to be about the final battle, the last stand, you know, between good and evil, the black hands, which I call it the black hands, but I also call it the dark generator. Now, very few people are awake enough to understand what's really going on here, and so they fall prey to it. In fact, they have been prey to it their entire life. Any true soul traveler has been targeted from the get-go, from virtually inception, by the Black Hand. The Black Hand does not have a voice as such. It doesn't use words. It's energetic in nature, and for most of your life, its influence lies in the subconscious level. And just like everybody around you, the NPCs or other souled people who are not yet awake, you think mundane reality is mundane reality, and well, that's just the way it is, and that's how it works. And you know, you have all these beliefs and programs telling you that it's great and you're meant to be here and you're meant to learn a lesson, you meant this or you that, or you know, you have all these fake you know, sort of contracts that are basically really designed to just siphon off your energy and use you as a battery and manipulate you. But ultimately, all the trauma that was levied upon you, and any true soul traveler, will, like I said, have been targeted from conception, to be traumatized in every imaginable way, right? Mentally, emotionally, physically, materially. Boom, 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 like blitzkrieg, basically, you know? Reminds me of that song by the Ramones, Blitzkrieg Bob. You know, that's how it's been. What that does, trauma, MK Ultra, what that does, it creates a gateway into you, a complicity program, as it were, whereby you're fragmented, shattered, right? Which is why the healing journey involves soul retrieval. You have to retrieve yourself bit by bit by bit from all these different layers of the quantum realm. So you have to descend into some truly dark layers of the quantum realm to retrieve parts of yourself, which language in a state of being that is almost completely infiltrated and hijacked by the Black Hand. You see? You know the saying, you're only as strong as your weakest link? Well, it is a bit like that. The trauma-based mind control levied upon every true soul traveler is there to create that weakest link, which believes all the nefarious, putrid lies of the Black Hand, So it tells you that you're weak, you're powerless, you're with your back against the wall, evil always wins, there's nothing you can do, you're worthless, you're disgusting. But it gets very, very personal depending on your particular circumstances. So it may say, oh, all your hair's going to fall out. It may say, oh, you're going to be made homeless. It may say, oh, you're going to have a terrible car accident. It may say, your beloved wife is going to be murdered. It will say all kinds of horrific, nasty things to you. Because for you, it's no longer operating in the subconscious. It's operating in your conscious awareness. So you can hear the demonic attack. And right now, for the last few months, it has been more pronounced and more rabid than ever before. Why? Because you have been doing the work. You've been going within. You've been paying attention. And you've been gaining ground. It doesn't feel that way, but you have. You see, it sort of runs perpendicular. You see, the more ground you gain, the more light is present. The more you move into your true self, the more rabid and frantic and antagonistic the demons become. On the external plane, somebody talked about CERN the other day, and I thought, yeah, that's about right. Portals, you know, these portals open up, and these black creatures, these demons, you know, because of course a large segment of the population, ultimately, I think about 70%, give or take, is getting the, that which must not be named. And I think this is all about the culling. There is a great desperation and a rabid hatred because we've been doing the soul retrieval work. We have chosen to stand in the light and to come back to the light over and over again. See, the black hands, for people that aren't doing the work, they believe everything it says. They are under its influence, emotionally, mentally, physically, in their actions. And it will all go to hell. Because there is only one way to deal with it, and that is to stand in awareness. You can hear it. I mean, for me, like this morning I woke up, it was, 3:30. And it was there, and it's saying, oh, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. It gets very, very personal. And it puts the fear into you. Oh, these terrible things are going to happen. I'm not going to be all right. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to be annihilated. And then you're there thinking, aha, no. Because what is it? It's baiting you. It wants you to react. It wants you in a certain type of energetic state. It wants you to basically vibrate at a certain level where it has control over you. It has you by the balls. That's always been the name of the game. What do you think all that trauma-based mind control is all about, guys, you know? You've gone from being its minion, whilst yet being a being of light, but being under its control so it can use your precious energy to create hell, one way or another, and to torture you and to torment you via these fucking NPCs and the demons that infect them, often of your own parents and God knows what else, your entire community, an entire town hounding you, all of it, school, the government, whatever. It's been at you your entire life, but you have walked the true path and you've done your sacred work, and so now you're at a point where, now I see it. Yeah? It's that voiceless, energetic, demonic onslaught. But it is there because you're powerful, you're a being of light, and you're now super aware of it. And you're now able to remain in a neutral state, almost, to to cradle yourself with love, you see it, you hear it, right? And these thoughts are not yours. They're inspired by the black hand, by the dark generator. Like, you know, at the end of Harry Potter where the snake attacks Professor Snape. Like that, it's like that. But it wants you to react, it wants you to languish in hatred, in vengeance, in rage, in self-hate, believing it. This is going to happen, it's always doing this and it's always doing that, and he or she is always doing that, and I hate this fucker and I hate you. Adversarial. All of that. Oh, it loves all that. That is the hell contagion. That is what it wants. But a true soul traveler knows this. It knows the name of the game. Sorry, he, she knows the name of the game. We know the name of the game, don't we, people? Yes, we do. So what do? I find that the more we choose complete neutrality, to understand, you're mocking me, you're baiting me, you're trying to terrorize me and terrify me and torment me and torture me. You're trying to get me to really, really hate myself. You're trying to get me to hate this or that or over there or over that. You're trying to get me to create mundane reality over and over again. But I am not playing that game anymore. I choose love. I stand in the light. It will say to you, it does that to me. Oh, you can't do that. I will punish you for that. No, you have to stay in the fear and believe that all the bad things are going to happen to you. Because that's the only place you're going to be safe. Because if you step out of that and into your sovereignty and into your light, I'm going to come after you and I will fucking punish you for that. Oh, and it gets really adamant there. Particularly on that point, it gets very adamant. When you're just about realizing, oh, I see what's happening. I'm being attacked. I'm letting go. I'm choosing me, self-love, my own light, power. I'm a being of light. I'm a being of infinite magical power here. So I'm going to let go. Because that's where we're at. We're not ready to go oomph all the way and start to really create incredibleness. We're still dealing with the black hands, right? We're still kind of there, but we're gaining momentum, guys, because we're starting to remember who and what we are. And so it gets very desperate. Don't you dare choose light. Don't you dare choose yourself. Don't you dare, believe that you have power. I will punish you for that. Why is it so adamant there? Why does it get so terrified? Because it is terrified, guys, Game over. The minute you choose you, it's game over for that motherfucker. So that's what I've been doing. And it's interspersed with bouts of great, great sorrow and grief and crying rivers. It's interspersed with moments where, yet again, I fall under its spell again, and I believe it to be true, and I resort back to self-bludgeoning and tormenting myself on behalf of the black hand. But oh no, then I see through that, and I grab myself back from the brink and come back to a place of self-love. This is the sacred work. You see, it is the battle omega point. And it will sow doubt. It will say, oh, it's just you. You're insane. Look at you. You're possessed. It wants you to think you're powerless. It wants you to think you're a piece of worthless garbage. It wants you to hate. It wants you to languish in a state of mute, back against the wall, ineffectual vengefulness. It wants you to be adversarial. It wants you to hate the NPCs and to give that your attention. It wants you to be in a certain state because that is where it has the power. It has always been that way. That's the name of the game. So we choose again and again and again and again light, sovereignty, And that is the battle right now. You see, when you pay close attention, and I have, my entire life I've been paying very close attention. I know full well that everybody out there is under its influence. I know that from what they say. I know that from how they behave. I know that from everything I see. I see it everywhere. I know what it is and I know what it does. I know what the Black Hand hijack is. I know the demonic influence operating in this realm. Withering everything, death, decay, old age, poverty, suffering, degradation, murder, mayhem. The most profoundly putrid evil exists in this realm. But it's, and oh yeah, the whole evil always wins and this is all there is bullshit, wow. It's a very difficult one because you see we have been so severely abused and traumatized, and so there is a part of us, but in fact many parts of us, if you look at it in terms of soul retrieval, that are languishing in the dark torture chambers, saying we're not coming out, I'm not stepping into the light, I don't trust the light, I don't trust the Great Mother, she has done this to me, for why else would I have suffered so terribly? And so there's a part of you that remains in that dark torture chamber under the control of the Black Hand. Now if you pay close attention, you know damn well how that feels and where that's going to get you. So this is the sacred work. Soul retrieval, bit by bit by bit, and I've been doing this for years. I've been doing it for years, so you become very well versed at it, and you see the tangible results too. Though often enough, the Black Hands will come in and block your access, albeit temporarily. It will block your access to those tangible results. It will tell you all these lies. It will tell you can't trust that, and you can't trust that, and you can't trust that, and you can't trust that. It's like incredible. If you choose to believe it and be its creature, you will be lost. It is of the utmost importance to see through the lies of the dark side. Yeah. You see, that leap of faith is the hardest part of this entire journey. And it is a leap of faith. It isn't blind faith, no. Or at least not for me, because I've only to look at where I was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and compare that to where I am now, to see tangible evidence of how far I've come. I trust myself more than I ever have. I feel in my heart the light and the truth and the power. I'm very proud of myself, and I'm proud of all true soul travelers doing this work. And you will know you're doing the work because you know exactly what I'm talking about, you see. You're not letting the dark side win. You are becoming increasingly able to stand in your power. You know, and you know that because you're no longer dallying with the Black Hand. You're no longer giving it your power. You're not letting it bait you. And when it mocks you and terrorizes you, you're able to let it go. Keep letting go. Keep letting go. Keep letting go. Do not feed it, you see. But yes, that leap of faith, which is very, very much a part of that soul retrieval work. Some parts of us are going to be so incredibly resistant at leaving those torture chambers because no, I'm not going to step into the light. I'm going to be betrayed. I'm going to believe things are going to be okay, and then it won't be, and all these demons will be laughing at me, and this is what's going to happen. I better just stay in the darkness. I better just stay in the torture chamber and you know, and hate and rage, and that's what I'm going to do. You see, so I've been working through that as well. You listen, you validate yourself there because you know you wouldn't feel that way for no reason. You feel that way because you have been severely abused, you have been traumatized. But see, for me, I have a far deeper understanding of the where, of the whys, the wherefores of this. The compassion born from that, the wisdom born from it, the tenacity, the patience, the courage and the love forged in hell is pure gold, is pure gold. You know, others are dead. They don't see the suffering, they don't see the darkness, and so they do not see the light. It's very difficult to put this into words. It's something that you have to experience for yourself. You see, the others will say, oh, there is no light. There's only evil here, and that's all there is, and you know. And they gnaw at themselves, which is what you do when you're in hell. But I do see the light. It's the reason I am here, fighting the good fight, you see. I see the beauty, I see the goodness, and I see the light, and I see the love, and I fight for that. I do. It's worth fighting for. It is the Holy Grail. I am a part of it as a being of light, a soul traveller, and so are all other living waters, the soul travellers. We do not give in to the dark side. We have reached a part of our journey now where we realise the name of the game, and we're not playing anymore. You see, if you want out of the matrix, stop playing the game. You cannot enter heaven with the consciousness of hell. That hell consciousness will have to be relinquished bit by bit by bit. Love, choice, free will, sovereignty, awareness. It's a worthy fight. It is the only fight. It's the only game in town. There is nothing else. It is a leap of faith. But you see, it's as simple as this. Either you choose to stay in the torture chamber, where you know exactly what you're going to get anyway, or you choose to step out of it, let go, choose love. And yeah, it may seem like a bit of a gamble, but hey, you'll see that it will lead you to your power. It will lead you back to yourself. Always, it will. And yes, you will go back into the darkness to retrieve yet another aspect of yourself. And it will resist the light, and you may dwell in the darkness for some time, but you will come out of it because you will stand your ground and you will do your sacred work and you will emerge yet again. And it's pure power. You see? It's all about who you really are. Because that is the Holy Grail. That is what has been hidden by the Black Hand, you see? All that trauma has totally blinded you to the truth of who and what you are. You start to get glimpses of it more and more. You start to get it more and more. You start to think, wow, I am a prize of magnitude. Do you understand? You hold within you the power of infinite, harmonious creativity and infinite unconditional love. And these are not just words. No, no. You are everything. Evil is a goddamn illusion, and at this point, not a very good one. It's all about who you really are, you see. Evil's just a fucking usurper. Its days are numbered. Keep doing your valiant sacred work, soul travellers. All my love to all of you.